G'day, g'day. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Um, Today's stream will probably be mostly gigantic stuff. Um, oh man, been trying to figure out some stuff with Unity VFX today because I got an assessment with Unity VFX. I got a lot of assessments, so it's holidays, right? This is our first week. We get 2 weeks off, but not looking too good. I did one assessment, finished that. That was my gun. And I've just been working on my VFX for a bit. And then I also got 2 essays. Oh, it's just stupid. So much shit is getting compacted like into such a short period of time. And it's like, I wanna have it like it's a break. In theory, you should not be doing work outside of like during break time because it's a break for you to break is literally a holiday. It's a break that it's in its name. It shouldn't be spam assessments time. That's not what it's called, but it is unfortunately the way the cookie is going to have to crumble though, because I mean, nobody's going to get it done unless they do their work during the break. And the teachers acknowledge that and everything, and it's just like, oh shit. So we've got about like 4 assessments that's due within the first 2 weeks of coming back. So in about 3 weeks' time. And some of them first week, some of them second week. And we only got them like the last week. A week or two before the thing. So that seems a bit stupid to me, but I mean, yeah, you could argue, oh yeah, but you got more weeks because it's break time. But I mean, I don't like having to get shit done during breaks, right? If it's a break, I want time to relax. I want time to work on my own projects, get shit done. So that's why I've been a bit quiet recently. I did say that I wanted to do some of my own streams, but there hasn't been much that I can stream. I'm gonna have essays, which is gonna be boring for both you and me. And then there's VFX, but I've been watching a couple of tutorials and stuff on how to get some shit done. So anyway, having some fucking struggles, man. I gotta be honest, using something like Embergen really puts in perspective how bad all these things are. Or not necessarily bad. I wouldn't call these necessarily bad, but I would more call it incredibly and how it's done unoptimized, right? Like it's just in the way that you create something, it is just incredibly unoptimized. Oh man. Not necessarily like speed and performance wise, but I just mean in like the process itself, and I guess what is required to achieve it. So, but then again, that Embergens and all that shit. Well, I don't know, it's made to do all that, but then you could also argue that they're spending they're making like 5 different fucking programs all at once, so it's like, maybe technically not. I mean, it's all VFX and stuff, but they're working on Embergen, LiquidGen, GeoGen, a new one that's coming out, and Game Texture Viewer, and maybe another one. I'm not too sure. There is word that they're working on something big right now. I don't know if that was what they mentioned last time, during the meetup. Not the meetup, but the the quarter thing. What's gonna happen? So, hold on, let me just hop onto Oh, okay, let's not do that just yet. Let's go YouTube and just go. I didn't even saw that. I should watch that. Okay, so there was a Q4, which was December, which means Q2 should be coming up, or maybe not. This is 9 months ago, so realistically, chances are. Oh, I mean, yeah, chances are we're still 3 months away from the Q2 update, but that may be sooner or later. Just because I believe this was quite delayed. And when's Q? So this would be, yes, that was already, I mean, in the perspective that Q2 ends halfway through the year. And it's already 4 months in. So that means we got 2 months left. So maybe that was a little bit late and it might come a bit sooner. Anyway, I have been grinding off some stuff. I've been grinding off a bit of anime lately because a lot of my shows have been converging all at once. So, you know, you got Frieren, you've got let me look at my Crunchyroll. Let's look on my watch list. So, let me see. So, I've binged Zom 100 a little bit ago. This was really good. I enjoyed it. Wasn't perfect, but it was good. I liked it. There was this which started off fairly promising and it's just gotten a little bit weird. I might try finish watching it though. This one is alright, but it was just a bit odd. Gintama seemed really cool, and I think it's a lot of what I'd want, but it's subbed, and I don't like watching subbed. Overlord. I binge watched Overlord over like a couple of weeks. Overlord was very good. Much better than I expected. So I'm looking forward to more of that. Then Frieren ended, so I could binge watch the end of the last half of that, and it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. Norren's continues. That's me just going back into it to double check some stuff. But I did finish it. I really liked it. Yeah, Frieren was good. Do I think it's the top anime? I don't know if it still is. Let's go my anime list. Is it still? I don't think it's the top. I don't think it's the best one that's ever existed, but okay, yeah, it still is apparently by 0.3, which is quite a lot. Anyway. But I did really like it. I just don't think it was anything crazy as well. Like, it was good, but it's not the GOAT. If I were to recommend one anime to anybody, it probably wouldn't be Frieren. But Frieren is a really good one. It's a very safe. It's a safe anime. Less much around the end. The second half, with all the mage stuff, gets a little bit not unsafe, but it switches a little bit. Apothecary Diaries was significantly better than I was expecting. I binge watched that as well. Significantly better than what I was expecting. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was, once again. Do I think it's the 18th best as it said on my list? I don't think so, but it was a lot better than I expected. Classroom Elite, I finished that. The latest season of that one. I mean, it always hits pretty well. I always enjoy it. Bit of a at the end, it was a little bit of a surprise, but no, I enjoyed it. Shangri-La Frontier, probably one of the better ones that I've seen in a long time. I mean, once again, I don't think it's necessarily better than like these ones that I've been seeing, but it's also like it hit really hard for me. I enjoyed the comedy aspects, and it's a lot of what I like. So yeah, definitely got my eye on that one. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic was a recommendation to me from a friend. It was good. I definitely think it started better than it ended. And there were definitely some moments that were like really questionable. Not questionable, but like just poor design. Like, okay, there's going to be a bit of spoilers, so skip 2 minutes ahead if you are wanting to watch it. But you've got Rose and all her friends die and everything, and she's just like standing there, and I'm just like, and they're all dying, and I'm just like, why are you standing there? One, you're a healer, so you could at least heal them, and two, you're faster than like all of the enemies attacking them, so you could just literally go zoom, pick up the guy, even just like throw them away, so they're like out of action, and then deal with them, because she could deal with them easy. But no, that isn't the case, and they all die, and it's just like, oh, what? I just don't like those. Yes, sorry. It's had like dramatics and shit, but it's like, I don't know. Like, if somebody dies and stuff, I want it to be like at least for a good reason, and it just was not for a good reason. Solo leveling, honestly, I gotta keep it real with you guys. Hear the whole story, not good. But not for the reason you're gonna think, okay? It was too good, okay? I've gotten a little bit addicted to it. So it's not good, because now that I've watched it, I'm like, oh, fuck. I was like, fuck, I really want to see more, because it kind of just leaves... And then it leaves on a bit of a cliffhanger, really. And then I've been watching... I've been reading the manga, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And when I say worse, I mean in the opposite way than what you think. I mean, it's just getting a bit too addicting. So I'm gonna feel a bit shit once it's ended. I'm about 150 chapters in or something, so I've got about 50 chapters to go. And it is really good. So one of the better mangas that I've read. I just look at it, one of those things of, I'm like, fingers crossed. I know that it's ended and everything. Fingers crossed it ends at it, like, I don't know. I hear a lot of shit. And if you look on the wiki and stuff, you'll see a bunch of shit. And it's just like, with 50 chapters to go, I don't think it's going to cover it. But I do know that there is a Solo Leveling Ragnarok that exists, which is like in the future. It's like follows his son, but it's like how I don't want to read a light novel, man. I got Witcher, and I got another book that I want to read, the Hussite trilogy, and I don't think, for me, I don't think a light novel can really do it for me. Like, what I expect out of a novel, let's put it this way, I can't picture things right in my head, so, or incredibly rarely can I, so I don't get shit from, like, reading a book in the sense of, like, I don't see, like, action scenes and shit like that. To me, it's just reading, right? It's just words. So I completely lose out on that, and so for like, manga in general, it can't really be. I just couldn't read a manga. I don't think. If it's a book, it has to be very booky. So that's why I like some books, but a lot of I don't like. And why I kind of stopped reading books because it's like I don't fucking see shit. Apparently, some people see shit and like can picture shit. So if they can picture shit, then it's like, why the fuck would I read a book unless it's really, really good, because it tells a really good story, because otherwise it's kind of just, words on a page. So it's hard to separate that from, like, reading something, less interesting. Like an academic article. The only difference is one is at least mildly interesting, and the other one's boring as shit. And we got The Faraway Paladin. It was alright. It's been too long since the first season, so I've kind of lost it. And then I'm just watching. I started watching a bit of it, and I'm just like, I'm a bit confused with where I'm left off. I'm usually really good and can go, like, I could go like 5 years. I mean, it's probably been 5 years since I've read Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I still remember pretty much everything that happened. It's like, within reason, right? And if I go back onto it, I mean, I'd remember all the people, right? Not necessarily the names, right? But you get the picture. So, the fact of the matter is, The Faraway Paladin's completely forgettable, dude. And it was a good season. I did like season 1. Season 2's not piqued my interest, and I don't think it's as memorable as I kind of was hoping. So, I don't know. I might watch through it. I don't know what else. There's stuff that I want to watch, but I don't know. So I've kind of binged everything, and I'm back to square one of like, fuck, what do I watch? I mean, I want to watch Bocchi the Rock, but it's subbed and I watch dubbed, because otherwise I have to put all attention into the thing, and if I have to put all attention in, it's really annoying. The only time I would really want to put all attention is like reading a manga, right? Because you sort of have to, because you fucking scrolling all the fucking time, right? So, and then at that point, I might as well just read the manga, because you're probably going to get a little bit of a better story. I mean, I don't understand what they're saying, right? Because it's in a different language. It's just what it is. I'm just reading the fucking words, right? It's easier for me to pick up on shit if it's just words. Then I'm not having to go back because I fucking missed something or whatever. So if I just fucking read the manga or something. Same story. I'm tempted to watch Under Ninja is what it's called, but it's also subbed, and apparently it's probably not going to get a dub. So I'm just like, unfortunate. There's a lot that I'm hoping on, and I think this season, Crunchyroll, what is it called? What are we? Winter, summer, autumn, summer, autumn, winter, autumn. 2024. So what's the autumn? Apparently there's some good shit that I was looking forward to. There's Mushoku Tensei, which I like. So there's a new Demon Slayer arc. Man, they're pumping out arcs. Literally everything. I'll probably watch that one, but... Final Battle, is this the end? Pretty much. I kind of hope it is the end. It'll be a bit sucky if it's like, oh, no, there's another one. Kaiju number 8. I mean, that sounds cool. My Hero Academia, I've got next to no interest in. Season 6 lost me. I stopped watching after season 5, and then my mate really likes My Hero, so I was like, okay, let's watch season 6. Now I just like look at it, and because it'd been quite a while, and I'd been watching a lot of anime again in between, I was just like watching. I'm just like, oh my god, this is really bad. It's not like terrible. It's just very. It's got a target audience, and its target audience is just way too. It's just like shonen, but like balls to the wall. More shonen than other shonen, because you got other shonen like Dragon Ball shonen, right, and stuff. But if I really break apart what shonen is and put it more towards younger teens, and like, let's go group together, we are a team, it's just a bit more than something. I mean, even Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer's got its weird cringy moments. That time I got reincarnated as a slime based. I might actually start reading the manga. I'm getting a bit more into reading manga. I used to read the manga for it, but I stopped. Black Butler, might be worth watching. Black Butler. Konosuba based. Konosuba is one of my favorite. So. And it's one of the few that I've rewatched a couple times as well. So. I like that. It started actually, but I'm not going to be watching these until they are finished. Viral Hit. I mean, it doesn't sound that interesting to me. I might. We got Condition Called Love, probably not. A Solid Bowl of Eccentrics. Maybe, actually? That one might be interesting. An Archdemon's Dilemma. Probably not. Astronaut. Probably not. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skill to rise in the world. I feel like I've heard of that one before, but it says there's no dub. And I'm seeing a lot of kids, so I generally wouldn't go for something with kids. It's just always a bit weird, because you fall into the thing of like, are they trying to act older than they really are? I mean, Mushoku Tensei was a bit of that at the start, but he grows up, luckily, so it's kind of fine. And it was really awkward in some moments, but other moments were like not as bad. Bartender, Glass of God. I mean, I don't think that interests me that much. Black Butler, I mean, I haven't seen Black Butler in general. Chilling in Another World with a level 2 super cheap powers. Maybe? I mean, yeah. I mean, Isekai and then overpowered Isekai on top of it is really hit or miss if it's good. If it's good or not. Because I've both seen some really good ones, and I've seen some terrible ones that I genuinely couldn't finish. Data Live, I've heard is decent, but I don't know much about it, so I might watch it. If they bring the other ones. I don't know if the other ones are on Crunchyroll. Dragon Riot, I've heard of. Isn't that a movie? God Games We Play. That, I mean, that just sounds like it just looks like oh, what is that really good one? It only got 2 seasons in a movie. No Game, No Life. Kind of looks rip off almost. Grandpa and Grandma turn young again. Probably not. High Speed Etoile or something, I don't know. I mean, that just looks real cringy Hot Wheels type of shit. I'm sorry. I was reincarnated as the 7th prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical ability. I would probably the same thoughts as this one. Child and fucking it just sounds fucking a bit cringy. Let's be real. Once again, I already talked about these ones. Kind of interested me. I'm gonna butcher this, but maybe Kuramiru Kaguri, maybe interesting. I don't know. Once again, sub only. So once again, there might be a dub, but it just doesn't mention. It just mentions that. Detective Agency, which is Kurayukuba. Kaba. Fuck me. I don't know, dude. I don't know about that one. Laid Back Camp Season 3. Haven't even heard of the other ones. Not calling it bad, though. Maybe good. Have to know a bit more about it. Oh, there's a couple here. Yeah, I used to read a good baseball manga, but it's not that one. I don't know what it's called. It's getting a bit cold. Skipping through some stuff right now. Maybe the banished former hero lives as he pleases. I don't know. It sounds kind of cringe though. Maybe the misfit of Demon King Academy. I don't know. They sound a bit cringe though. The new gay. I mean, just looks like another Kirito ripoff. Yeah, I don't know. Change the Underworld, maybe. I don't know. Once again, none of these seem awfully. This season doesn't sound terrible, but all these just kind of sound like a lot of shit isekais. Some good isekais, but a lot of shit ones. I'm working on a visual effect that we're doing in class, but there's a couple of things that I'm just like, ugh. Annoying. I've just remembered how to get some shit to go. See, I'm gonna run into an issue here. So what I want to do is let's decrease the angle here. So the issue that I'm running into is the arrows are like going in a random spot, which is fine. But for what I'm trying to achieve, I'm trying to make an explosion. And so if the thing misses, you can sort of see. So it landed over there. Landed over there. Landed over here. Landed over here. Safe. Okay. I'm just going to quickly just do some moving. Take a screenshot. I know where it is, so I'm just going to mark it. Which doesn't come up, but it's on the screen. It's ending up around there. Just write it on here. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is get this explosion, which is over here, over there. And we're getting... It's only going to activate when the arrow comes up. And then, okay, the next thing would be, how do I get this to work again? So, because half the time this doesn't like working. Here we go. Game object 0. Oh, man. 1. That's the stylized. So once again, I'm going to set this to, oopsies. I'm just going to put this on the side and see, oh man. Does this play through? Okay, it doesn't. So I'm going to have to do this the hard way. Set this to be 0 and I'm going to set it to maybe 1 here. And is it a toggle? So anything before it is still 0? Okay. Let's see how this goes. Oh, hey, Enim. How's it going, my dude? Sorry if I missed your message. Just trying to do some visual effects. Okay. That didn't break. So we go. Oh, that's fucking perfect timing. That's not perfect timing, but it's very close. Just trying to, I'm trying to keyframe an explosion, which the explosion doesn't actually do anything just yet, but that's a work in progress. Thank you. Just trying to get my timing. So the timing's a little bit too early. So if I go and get this to maybe around here, sorry, I have it on a second screen. Just moving some keyframes and stuff, because it's gonna set. It's a little bit late. I'm just gonna sort of shove it in between where I had. Oopsies. Sorry. Shove it a little bit before. It's like very short. That's about 0.2 of a second. How's that looking? I might shove it like 1 before. No, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just gonna play that one more time. Oh, like a bigger thing. I'm gonna play some Gigantic in a second. I'm just testing something. Okay, that's pretty good. Because what is going to end up happening, I'll just quickly show you, because I actually got somebody watching right now, so I might as well show you through what I'm sort of going at. We set the scales to be a 1. And if I can keyframe, do I set a keyframe, remove property? Can I, oh man. Oh, here we go. Oh, shit. Okay, that's not good. Maybe I can select these and then... Okay, genius. I don't know what I'm doing with this, to be honest, so... And if I go over here and then set this to be, like, 5... In theory, you will see it, like, expand, and there's going to be my... What? That wasn't supposed to happen. What happened here? Hold on. I still want to play some Gigantic, but also that was really bad. What is this? That is like... bad. Okay. If I... Okay, I think I know what could be causing that. Okay, I really don't want to spend much time on this, you know what I mean? But, I also have to get this done. But I will probably... So, but I think my issue... Oh, well, that's part of the issue. I have the wrong thing on scale. So that's actually what is causing the issue. It's not part of the issue, that is the issue. Shoot error. Add property. So at the moment it is the... I have the scale, but of the arrow VFX and not the stylized explosion. So with the bomb explosion in particular, and then I set the scale of the bomb and set it here. Okay, here we go, bomb explosion. Sorry. And so once again, I'm just gonna grab these. We're gonna select these. We're gonna go to here. Oh, sick, no way, we can actually see. keybind, keyframe, sorry, not keybind, keyframe it, and then over here we're gonna set this to be like 5. So what happened? Okay, that's looking a lot good. Oh, okay, that's looking a lot better. And then here this can be like 0. And we can also set it to be off. Off. Sorry, we can set it to be off! Come off, dude. Come off it. There. Can I set it to be off there? Okay, well, that'll work. It'll work. So in theory, it should expand and then disappear and do its shit, but let's see. Okay, so there is a bit of a tutorial, but it is a basis of where I'm mounting it. There's a lot more that needs to be done with it, but from... what I'm going to have it is I'm going to have it expand and then just disappear. I'm not going to have it do like all that expand and disexpand, but I'm just trying to get a basis of what I'm mounting. And it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. I need to watch... I was following a bit of video on this. Because I'm in a territory that we have not explored in our class, so... yeah, it's a bit bare bones. Anyway, I'm going to boot up Gigantic, and I'll be right back. I just got to quickly refill my drink bottle. So I'm ready. Huh. Just realized... I don't know... There were like, is it an I or what is that? Like, there's 2 L's. Oh, there's an exclamation mark, but it just doesn't read as an exclamation mark in here. Side note, before I go. I don't know why, but everything's like, in a match, in a match, in a match, in a match. You're not getting a triple hero kill badge if you're not in a match. So yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I'm gonna be right back. Shouldn't be too long. Sleep on the screen, and I'll turn up the volume of the music. So if anybody is still watching, you're not gonna be bored. Oh, split that the wrong way. I'm just gonna grab a sweatshirt. It's a bit chilly. Put my windows open and everything. I was having... I don't know if anybody else plays Gigantic, because this is a very small game, but I did name this, you know, playing Gigantic. So anybody who's interested in Gigantic, you know, is probably you know, somebody that is interested in Gigantic is probably watching over somebody that isn't. But I've seen people calling. I've seen a bit of a topic of like who's good and who's bad. I've seen the odd thing talking about Oru being broken though. I made a comment on it. Now, I kind of feel a little bit different here. Issue, can I say much when Oru is kind of like my main, technically? If I were to put a, you know, say a thing on like who my main is in Gigantic, if anything, it would be Oru and Aisling. Both of them, I believe, are level 8, or both 7 and 8, respectively. I have, like, the most time on them by a significant amount. And I understand their skill sets and have my own builds for both of them. So, out of everybody, they're my best. So can I, you know, say much about Oru? I don't know, because a lot of it would be quite personal. Oh, 2 hours actually. Never mind then. But otherwise I play a bit of Vidasi. I think Vidasi really does need a buff though. I'll talk about that though. But yeah, I primarily play these two. With a bit of other stuff, like I mostly play these, but I tried out, you know, he was alright. Ezra, who else? A bit of Vidasi. Bit of Margrave. This doesn't show everything. I don't know if it just gets wiped after a specific amount, because obviously we can see, you know, Peko, for example. I played a bit of Peko. I think I played 2 or 3 matches with Peko, but, you know, they've obviously deleted it all. So, can I say much about it? They say, for example, and I'm not saying, you know, whether this person's opinion's wrong or right or whatever, but you're entitled to your own opinion, but, what do they say? This is like the main character right now that just feels busted. Easy damage, easy self-peel, high CC. Like, I just don't get it. Nothing like playing a melee character and, oh, he put down his dumb traps. Okay, I just go around or CC immune through. Oh, he pushed me back with a different move. At this point, you're, you know, near health just from him. Like, hello? Am I high? What the fuck is this character? I don't play what he's talking about, right? When I play my build, which I'm not going to show because it's my secret build, I don't want people stealing it, but my build is not at all. I have one daze ability. That's my Q. My Q is to daze, and I have that solely because nobody else fucking uses daze abilities and stops shit. So, I mean, last match I played, for example, to put in perspective, I had it wasn't, I don't remember this one actually. Oh yeah, I remember this. This was fucking yesterday. I played like one match. Oh no, I played a couple matches yesterday. That's a lie. Anyway, I played this one last night anyway. So one match I played last night, and it was embarrassing. Our team was so bad. I had the most kills. My deaths weren't great, but I think, you know, compared to 1-2-2-1, you can respect it. 3 assists, not much, because I was getting most of the kills. 0 orbs, F in chat. I had fairly high efficiency. I had the most Guardian damage. I had 5,000. That was almost double everybody except for Kajiko. We got a good amount of damage, 23,000 and 11,000 healing. That's the most healing out of everybody, and it's the most damage. It's the most Guardian damage. And obviously not the most efficiency because I died a couple times, but That was a bit embarrassing. I don't know who my team was, but they must have not been that high level. So we barely won this one. We were getting dominated, as you can probably guess. They weren't playing too good, but otherwise, 30k damage, which is better than all of us. 25k, better than all of us. 35, better than all of us. 16k, which isn't great. And these guys were getting kills like 9, 8, 9, 8. I don't know what to say. We were just getting railed a little bit, but... Anyway, what I was gonna say, 6 fucking orbs, and a lot of those were steals. Like, I would go, somebody's going in, picking up, I'll throw my Q, stop them, interrupt them, I'll kill them, and then I'll steal the thing. Like, I was playing quite dominantly this time, so I got heaps of deaths in terms of kills, but I had a shit ton of damage, a decent-ish, I guess, Guardian, not great, but otherwise I was going all orbs. 6 orbs is quite good, I would generally say. Like, 6 orbs, to put in perspective, that means that I got more than enough for one, boss fight. So you get 20 points and you need 100 points. So that alone, I got pretty much over 1.5, because including my kills, right? Kills are worth 1, and an orb is worth 2. Or like 20% and 10%. So, 5 orbs being 1 life of the guy, or like one thing, and then, 1 being 20 plus 3 is, that's 50% out of that. So I got pretty much 1.5, which is quite a bit. Though once again, you could say getting 15 is the equivalent of 15 kills, really. Which I'm not trying to say that was an amazing thing, but I more mean in the sense of, I mean, you can kind of play him a couple ways, but I wouldn't say he's necessarily broken. Like, once again, oh, this is actually really broken. Not me, but I'm not versing myself. The actual thing's broken. But for example, this match, I didn't do that good. I didn't play bad, I didn't play good, it was just kind of average. I don't know why that's there, though. Long story short, I'm not winning every match with him. Although I would win a chunk of them. Definitely more now than I was before. But, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. I simply responded with, he's strong in the right hands, but overall, definitely not broken. In a 1v1, he's probably not winning without the hit. Hit being, like, somebody's doing something, and then, for example, I go place my traps behind them, so if they walk back, they're going to get punted towards me. Anyway, I can just throw my right mouse button, attack them, hit my E, fuck them up, and I'll probably kill them. Chances are, if I get the hit, and can, lay out my abilities in preparation, I'm probably going to win. But if I can't do that, and somebody has the hit on me, I'm probably fucked, right? Like, my main goal then, shove a Q by my feet and sprint, because I've got nothing I can do, really. So in a 1v1, he's probably not winning without a hit. Has next to no mobility. I've got no mobility abilities. I think he's one of the very few... I don't know really anybody else who doesn't have a mobility ability. And on top of that, sometimes there aren't. Like, Imani, I don't think, has a mobility, but she can go invisible. So... he just doesn't have anything. He's always there at all times. So if there's an assassin, you're pretty much fucked. He didn't have much range, so you're not like contending with something like Imani or Vodin or something like that. Or Tiamat. Because by the time that I'd get close to the enemy, I would be fucked. The only way that I could get them would be, having somebody distract them and I come around behind them, shove my Q, get my abilities ready, and once again have the hit. That's the only time you're really getting them, if you have the hit. It's really about... I find him, he's quite a sneaky, kind of like an assassin character. But he doesn't have high burst either. He's kind of just like, really annoy the enemy. Yeah. So... All that makes him good is his abilities, synergies, and debuffs, which I believe is true. Miss your E, you got like a 14-15 second cooldown. You're a bit fucked, right? Your E doesn't do much damage, but it's for like adding a bunch of debuffs and shit. Your Q, So if you're placing your Q, it doesn't do much damage, it just pushes people. So, you know, if you're using it to stop people from stealing and you miss it because your Q goes slightly too close or too far, and that's ignoring the fact that sometimes your Q only goes to your feet, you're once again fucked. Depending on your build. So if you're going for the build where it goes to your feet, you're fucked completely, because then you're going to have to walk up to the enemies. And the enemies can't see your Q as well, so they can just walk around it. Wait, it's not a Q, is it?
Hi.
No, it is a Q. Sorry. I was mixing it up with a different game of like E, F, and shit, and I'm just like, wait, what? No, that's right. So you can literally jump over it and shit like that. So it's kind of, well, I don't know about if you're on solid ground, but if you're on a little bit higher ground, you probably can jump over it. Yes. Otherwise, you can just walk around it or just not walk that way. But he's pretty good at stopping people from going the entrance. And it doesn't stop, it doesn't do much damage, it just pushes them and stuns them for a second. So even if it's kind of like, if somebody's chasing you, can shove your Q at your feet and it will stop them for like a second. But as that second, you know, they could, you know, use a mobility ability to just get past it, or, you know, they could just take the L and get hit with it and then still keep chasing, because they, you know, it's not going to stop them. Saves you like a second of time. He's got his right mouse button is a bit of a pain. It slows and weakens enemies depending on your build. But it's not anything broken. It doesn't do much damage or anything. The only thing that it's really good with is like applying cards and getting people ready for your abilities. Your ult is good, and assuming they hit like the threshold of like you know, dealing a shit ton of damage, you can deal a shit ton of damage, but you also run into the issue of you're a sitting duck. If somebody's not attacking you while you're like floating in the air, I've been killed more times in my ult, just due to the fact that I can't escape when I'm in my ult. It's really just that. Like, it's only good in its sense against melee champions, because range, you versus an Amani, you're fucked. You're picked off. But yeah, so ultimately he's not broken nor the best. He doesn't have the best damage. He doesn't have the best debuffs. He's not like, the best debuffs would be Zenobia. In terms of damage, any assassin will beat them. But HK, more damage, and from a further range, yeah, you're stationary, but with the right team, you're really good. Imani can 4-shot like half the people. You just run into the thing of like, you're really susceptible to assassins. Beckett even is more annoying. Beckett applies a lot of pressure, and Mozu, probably. Wu in the right hands would do more damage. T-Mat 100% without a doubt. I mean, it's not, you shouldn't rely on this, but even just looking at the offensive, look, you have fairly high offensive, your defense and mobility are like some of the worst, and your utility is alright. But look, T-Mat's is higher. The only thing T-Mat isn't, look, T-Mat in itself, more damage, more defense, more mobility, slightly worse utility. And it's not like it's not like Oru has high utility in the first place. I mean, even Izrin is arguably better, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. Wu just isn't that much. He's quite high. So, Imani's just like full damage, low defense, even higher mobility and utility. So, stat-wise, and according to these stats, I mean, Oru is one of the worst champions. But then again, you could say, why do I play Oru then? I don't think Oru is necessarily bad. And I don't play him for the stats. I play him because I like the I like synergies and ability synergies. It reminds me a lot of Warframe back when I used to play. But on top of that, I think the abilities themselves are pretty cool. I think they're like some extremely unique abilities that you don't really see too much in most games. So I like the design and everything. I like the look of the character. I think he looks really cool. Oh, sorry. And I think in the right hands he is powerful, but I don't think he's necessarily powerful for everybody. Like, there have been many occasions where I've taken Oru, realized I'm getting fucked up, and gone, well, shit, okay, I'm gonna switch out of Oru because he's not helping me. And that's just simply because he's easy to counter. If there's an Amani, you're pretty much fucked. Or an HK. There's not much I can do about them. Against him, sorry. I might play Ising though. I do like Ising. He's like... Ising for me is my... Ising's my safe bit, right? There's me and my buddy, and I mean, if I'm doing bad with Ising, I'm probably just gonna do bad in general. The team's just better than me. That's really all that there is to it, for me. Where Oru's good, and I'm good at Oru, I feel, but I don't feel like shit, that Zenobia is really good. Zenobia. Oh, they don't have a Zenobia anyway, but... But... Sorry, it's just a bit... But yeah, like, if I play Oru, I don't... you know... If I get fucked, I mean, I will get fucked. He's very much... If there's no support, you just gotta run away. And that can be an annoying playstyle to play with. Is that my buddy gone? Yeah. Got a cool skin. So I'm versing the Oru now. In a sticky situation. Just gotta be sneaky with him, really. Unlucky. We're good. Unlucky. I think somebody died. Yeah. Yeah, we're a bit in this shit. We need to pull back. Their Margrave is quite good. Ah. They killed my buddy. I need to hold off. Like, just tanking it all. Sorry, that's really loud, I believe. Ah, shit, he's ulting. Such power. They're getting theirs, unfortunately. What is going on? Trying to get out of here. Ah, shit. Oh, we're winning. They have a teammate now. Annoying. How annoying indeed. I need to pull back. Unlucky. Unlucky. That Aura got me. Yeah, I think Aura is dependent on who's playing, really. I need to pull my guy back. He's about to die. Bad Aura will always be bad. Good Aura will always be good, but neither is. It's quite annoying. Man. Please. Voden's not playing healer either. I don't know what else Zandora or whatever her name is. Like, they're not playing too well at the moment though. I don't know what they're doing. They're just sitting. They're like, there's no objective or anything there. My guy's gone, unfortunate. I just caught that a little bit too late. Oopsies. What is she doing? She's throwing. Like, she's obviously not beating. It's Circadal. We don't gain anything. So why take the challenge? It's really not worth it. Oh, he's got killed again? It's not annoying. So we are winning, but not by much. Some are doing a bit better than others. He's just gonna be annoying. Oh my god. Charnock is probably a pretty good call on their end. That was the Margrave. They're just going full damage now, though. Which is going to be a pain in the bum. Full damage. We don't have any tank or anything, so we're in a little bit of a disadvantage ourselves. For our own reasonings. Oh gosh. Our Voden died. I don't know what our team's doing. How did they stun me as well? Where is... Oh, he's dead. Shit. Oh, it's too late. Oh, that wasn't worth it either. Unlucky. We're gonna lose this one. I don't know what our team's doing. We've gotten a bit disorganized. Oh my god, our Zenobia's throwing. No, not Zenobia. It was Andorra or whatever. I mean, she's not the greatest, but That is like a different lever. Let's get rid of him. Come on. How's this guy not dead? Oh no, we're so lost. They killed my Kador. They're getting pretty annoying at killing him. Well, time's not great. They're going real hard with this push, I'll tell you that now. I need to heal myself up. It's not like our Zenobi's doing. Keep mixing them up. Our Zandora. I don't think she's healing much either. I don't think I've ever been healed by her. Where are they going? Shit, I'm really caught in the middle of something. Oh man, they really just railed my guy. I can't heal much while... So my healing's not the greatest. Unlucky. Oh my god. How many deaths do we have? What's he doing? Oh, well, I can't heal him. Man, we just aren't dealing any damage. Unfortunately. Like, we're just not getting much damage on these bosses. Shit, my guy's gone as well. I don't mind if I die now, I just need to get some good damage. Nobody else is really getting any damage out. It doesn't give them any extra points or anything either. I'm debating switching. Can I switch? I don't play Oro. My game crashed. I mean, it wasn't a great match, but I mean, I didn't want to be crashing. Hello, Fezrol, sorry. How's it going, my dudes? My game crashed, my dudes. There we go. Game name, Gigantic, my dude. Gigantic. Really just crashed. Great. Team was not doing good. I'm going to see if I can get back in again. Yes, let's reconnect. We were losing. We were technically winning, but not really. We were winning, but It wasn't really. What's happened since? I've died like twice. Okay, so I'm over. Obviously, whatever happened. We've had 2 other disconnects. So I'm guessing what happened is I got kicked. Why has the game crashed? I've got no clue, but I'm guessing what happened is our team's throwing. What is going on? What just happened? Whoa. Am I something? Hold on. This is a real aiming issue right now because my game's kind of bugged. What's going on? I'm sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what is going on. My health is bugged. They don't say. I don't... Can I heal myself or... We've really lost this one, but... I mean... Something's going on over there. Am I... I don't know... And then... Maybe they also got disconnected? I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm so goners. Our team is bugging. It's okay, it's just a game, you need to take it seriously. I mean it... What the fuck? Whoa. That was about as buggy as we get. What the fuck happened? D rank. Bullshit. That is getting really annoying, that noise. It's getting significantly more annoying. Dude, how do you get 11 deaths? Come on, dude. I mean, at least they got a couple orbs, but that was not great. At least they pulled up around the end with the 7 kills, but 11 deaths was not great. I'm guessing the bot must have changed something or something, because when they fucking are there, they are not doing much. Unless I missed something, but they were like fucking similar to me. I switched. I was playing Aisling, but that was just a bit not good. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's hope that doesn't happen again. I haven't had that happen. That was fucking annoying. Ugh, I couldn't fucking... Oh, shit, okay. Hold on. I'll invite you. Let's see how this goes. I need to go to that bathroom, but... I feel bad for that, but, you know, it's a really bad bug lately, so they won't notice the difference. Something must have happened, because I'm telling you, I get kicked out of the game, and we'd won, I think, it was up, we'd gone 2, I think maybe 3 objective attacks, just weren't doing much damage to the objective. They had 1, and I come back, and we've pretty much lost. I don't know what happened there, but... And I couldn't see our teammates. I think the game was just a bit on a different level. Okay, remember to invite you, Amos. Down to open a call if you want. You declined? Just let me know when you're good. Yeah, open up Discord actually, because I'm gonna completely mess it. What? A call. Let me know when you and climbed. Climbed what? See, I didn't get a single fucking ping, but see that on the site. Oh my god.
So.
G'day, g'day. My god, this game looks polished. Well, it's relatively polished. No, it's not free. But it's you got it. But in terms of what works, it's mostly polished. But what doesn't work isn't very polished at all. It's quite opposite, you know. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, oh boy, it does not.
It's not free.
No, not free. I don't know what it is in your currency, Chief, but it's on Steam. I would only get it on Steam. I wouldn't get it on its own launcher. But 28 for us. You probably get it cheaper through Humble Bundle or something. Yeah, the art style is pretty cool. Pretty unique. Pretty unique. There's the old Oh, scrolling through there just to find this. There's the old FPS Fest. I kind of want to get something, but then on the other hand, I kind of need to save money right now. So I won't. But that doesn't stop me wanting to buy something. I want to get Darktide.
Everyone seems wants Darktide.
Yeah, I've been wanting Darktide since before it fucking released. It is just like, it hasn't changed its price. I think it's gotten a little bit under, but not by much. 38 as well is still like the upper end of what I want to spend. 38, I don't even think it would be worth it for 38 either. In the context, not really. In the context of Warhammer Vermintide 2, I got 19.4 hours. 4 hours, sorry. That's the whole story complete outside of DLCs, because I don't have any DLCs. I have AD's DLC apparently, but I think I finished that content. That's free, I think, as well. Or not, maybe I got the collector's edition. Regardless.
Let's play.
Let's play, indeed. Hopefully, no issues today. There was another set of updates.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, but
the apology tour.
yeah, there was because I've been posting a bit of stuff and announcements, but there's another tier list. I need to keep an eye on this tier list. I'm gonna go through it. I might go through the tier list quickly after, but yeah, yesterday there was a front-end update to fix a double timeout issue for Requeue, plus we've added extra logging and debugging and shit, so there was some really bad issues 2 days ago or something where I couldn't get into a match at all for the whole day. And I wanted to play Ezrin. Ghoul. But I couldn't get into a single match. What happened? We had 3 supports and then we went to no supports.
Got the bug again. I can't see anyone.
Oh good. Becca, you're playing...
No, like, I'm still in the loading thing.
Oh.
I crashed.
Uh, Possibly. Well, the countdown time is not happening, so... Man, you're drinking a lot. Yeah, I'm kind of thirsty, but...
He's thirsty.
Yeah. Take a lot of drinks, but not drink too much, but it ends up being a lot... Oh yeah, let's go back in, because I don't know what happened there.
He drinks water.
What?
What a good boy.
Oh, I don't know about that. In the meantime...
Jeez.
Jeez. Ah, jeez, give me a minute here, come on.
No, people want to play.
I can see that. Top results. Yeah, I mean, O is an A rank, adverse to what some people are saying. S
People
rank
are
of
dissing my
9.
girl though.
Zendaya.
Zandoria. Dissing
Zandoria.
her.
I still would take that as a W. I would not put her in S rank. Whoever thinks that is a bit of a wrong opinion, I'm gonna be honest. C rank, almost D rank. Ezra needs buff. He's not very good either. Vidasi needs to be better though. I don't know why she's there. I'd say these are mostly right. I'm gonna go through it though. After this one I got a bit more time. You're playing Sandora.
I'm still on the loading thing.
Really?
Yes.
Well, you're in the loading thing and the time is not going down. You know what, in your opinion, do you think the game is balanced? Balanced is a matter of perspective, really. I'd say the characters are more balanced than other games, but I wouldn't say it's a balanced game, necessarily. I would say it's balanced in the sense of... Oh, I'd say it's... Yeah, it is. This is...
I'll just be with you in spirit, okay?
Hello there.
Oh, really? This is base
Yeah.
skin. I still once again think it'd be worth putting a post on the Discord discussions, or Discord discussion, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Because I still go through the bugs and everything, I don't see anything, so it's potentially worth doing it. But I mean, there's no downside to doing it. The only upside is either somebody's running into the same issue and they might have a fix, or nobody runs into the same issue and nobody knows the fix. In that case, though, I'm going to quickly go through the thing. So what I was kind of saying about balance and shit for the game, I would say, yes, there's a tier list and there's some debate I'm going to have with this, which I'm going to go over. But it's about the player. Like, you could find a really good Vidasi, but the majority of Vidasi players are pretty shit. I've versed a very good Griselma that carried the team significantly, but she's not that good. So if that makes sense. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's this is gonna be about, yeah, there isn't a dark mode, but they might add one. I believe there used to be, but not anymore.
See, now I'm in the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Not sure. It's a trippy one. I don't know if it's... I mean, it's just not loading, right? Well, I don't know what to search for it, because...
I have no idea.
That's why I think it's one of those things that might be worth just running. Etch loading.
I will, eventually.
Just looking on the Discord, but I'm not really seeing...
I just want to try to play with you, it's just... can't connect.
No.
Is Aisling blind?
Aisling? Don't think so.
She gives me the think that she's blind.
So the closest one would be Griselma because she has to wear glasses. But
That's more impaired.
I'm blind. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say my now this is gonna be pretty much worthless information if you don't play. But for anybody who does play or is just intrigued on my thoughts in general, stuff. So the first one we have is Sven. I'm gonna be listing this off by the character tier list, and so this guy here is Sven, and it's just gonna go. I'm just gonna go like this. This guy Sven, he's pretty good. I'd say, from what I've seen, Sven can be pretty broken. So what he is, he's a support character. He's got his main attack, AoE Blast, deals damage. Right mouse button, AoE Blast, deals damage. Q is jump, and then so it's a jump, so it's like a pad, and if you go onto it, pushes enemies if it hits them, or if allies walk onto the patch, they can jump. And then your E heals, and then your F. Your F is really broken with him. It's like a couple people. Basically, it turns people into snails. What kind of playstyle? I mean, yeah, I'm a mix between this guy, Oru, and Aisling. So, a mix of both healer and damage. But I'd probably say healer is my overall favorite playstyle. But it's just the healers are in a bit of a weird spot. And I'm not really one too much for damage. I kind of like damage, but I don't think there's any other damage champion that I'd play. If that makes sense. My next best option would probably be Margrave. Which is this guy who's pretty good. Anyway, this guy, he's really good. The issue, if you have shit ping, like I do, because there's no OCE servers, useless. He's like the worst champion in the game, because you're not going to hit a single fucking thing. Waste your time. Don't even think about playing him. Like, you gotta shoot, like, you know, you gotta be like, these guys are gonna be here in 3 seconds time. Fire! And then go, yes. If you can't, you know, think 3 seconds in the future of where people are gonna be, and the fact that you will try heal, and you might get it right beside them, and they'll just walk away and ignore that you tried healing them. So, you know, awareness in this game it's rare. Rutger, he's like shield tank guy. He's not broken, but he's very strong. He's got a shield, so he can regenerate his shield, so he's kind of strong in that sense. He doesn't have that much health, but he's got a shield that protects him. He's got a wall that can spawn in, and he can go temporarily invincible. I would say he's definitely S rank. I would say S rank, Sven, definitely, I agree. But I would say if you have shit ping, he's like D. Rutger, really good. I can see why he's S. Tiamat, he's pretty broken. He can deal. He's like, I think, the highest. There's any character that deals 1 burst high damage at long range like a sniper. Imani isn't gonna 1-shot, but Imani can like 4-shot, I believe. She's kind of broken at the moment. A lot of damage. Otherwise, Tiamat will deal. I mean, depending on how long I want to spend talking about these, I could almost go here. I'll skip those 2 that I've done. Sorry, let me change something. Tiamat. I'm just gonna show, for example, single target, because this will be a bit more. So Tiamat in itself is pretty good. Like, you can hit people from like here and just deal a heap of damage. Like, he's just good. He'll shoot you from like the other side of the map, and it's annoying. The issue is here it's generally fine. You're gonna have, with shit ping, you have to lead your shots. You're not hitting them regardless. You've also got your right mouse button. Now with this build, you can stack it. So, thought I had the right build, maybe not. Hey, hold on. This is, what the fuck, hold on. The game bugging out on me a little bit again. No surprise there. Single target, which is what I selected before. This is kind of the capabilities. So, you know, you do decent damage, but here you go. Now you can stack, and that will deal a good amount of damage. Now, not too much against a tank like him, but against, like, these guys, any weaknesses? No. Really, no. But yeah, you can just get a heap of damage out with him. You can stun them with it all. Crack their armor, apparently. He's pretty good. He's got a Q, which is really fast mobility. Also damages opponents with a bit of mobility. Got this, which is like there's a lot of AoE. With that, you got an ult that's really good. I don't really know what the ult does. Oh, it just does a heap of damage. I mean, the best damage dealer in the game. If anybody's broken, it's him. The only downside, I guess, would be his lower health pool. He's got 1700. Not the lowest, but probably one of the more lower ones of damage dealers. It's useless. I mean, he can stay on the other end of the fucking map and start damaging you. So why even worry about health if no enemies are getting close to you? He would be the most overpowered guy, if I were to say anybody. Next we have Kajir or something. I call him Khajiit. I don't know too much about him really. Let's go Burst Assassin. I've played I think everybody in here, but I don't know too much about him. He's a new character. So we've got a dodge, which is just, I mean, yeah, this guy's pretty broken though. So he can teleport, which is pretty good. And he can spawn, he can go invisible, pretty much, and then spawn a guy to help you. 3 guys, actually, which is really good. So, he's really good, heaps of burst and everything, does a good amount of damage. He's not broken or anything, and you can also hit people with that, stuns him as well. The only downside, like, yeah, I mean, this guy's kind of broken. Not broken, but he's, like, really quite powerful. What's this? Oh, I didn't know that you could do that. Anyway, what does this do? Perhaps I can choose who it is. Interesting. That deals bleed, and I mean that is kind of, that's a guy dead effectively. He's good. S rank, I'd probably say S rank. Once again, it's dependent. A shit Kajir is going to throw, but a good one is once again the best thing in the world. This is mine. I run healing, so I run a mix of healing with my Aisling. So S rank Aisling, I would say S rank for Aisling is probably accurate. She does good damage because she spawns a guy. He's not a crazy amount of damage, but he deals a decent amount of damage. The real damage comes from when you're both attacking a single target. You're just gonna go through people. And your Q, I can slow people, and I mean, you know, trying to stop this. I've also got my E, which will heal me up and give me a shield. The Aisling's powerful. She has the lowest health pool of the game on par, which is 1500. So she's very weak. And without her guy, this guy, Kador, bad. She's useless. She's got no mobility, she's got no heals, she's got nothing. So as long as there's this guy out, she is broken. As soon as this guy's gone, 16-second cooldown, you're useless. The characters are still good even without teammates. Her. I wouldn't say anybody's good without teammates, but I would say she is the only one that will survive by herself or with worse teammates. Next we've got Amani. So yes, I'd say she's S rank, but she's also quite easy. So you gotta hit and run, which seems like quickscopy. Anyway, she's kind of annoying. I don't like her. This girl is what I'm saying. Also you need decent, and if you hold up, you can get damage bonuses. Now this is a tank. There's no headshot bonus as well, so she deals decent damage as long as you keep that counter. I've also got Q, which is just gonna look at this. It's just gonna be a heap of damage. It pushes as well, so that applies flame or whatever the fuck. I can also go invisible with that, a smoke screen, and gives a damage boost. What the fuck was that? How about a character that is beginner friendly, takes less skill to use? I would say skills dependent. I think that's I guess you could say the same with most games, but I think there's no easy way to say that outside of playstyle. I can recommend an easy one for each playstyle, but I can't say there's necessarily one that's easy in general. I'd say Beckett is probably the easiest damage with HK. So Beckett is just easy. So this Beckett is an A rank, and I would say A rank is probably accurate. Burge of S rank though, high A. So she's got, you know, SMGs that deal a good amount of damage. She's got a grenade, poison. I mean, she just rolls through. Once again, you sort of have to hit. She's kind of like Tracer. You gotta hit your shots. Now these are tanks, right? So these are not easy people to kill. You've got a grenade launcher. So the way that you kind of want to play with her is fire. You run out of ammo. Use this. You switch. You use these. That's the best way you're going to get out of it. You run out. You back to these. You run out of ammo. You switch to this. That is the best way you're going to get damage. You've also got E, which makes, you know, you got the jetpack, which is just better mobility and shit, really. So, she's good. She's probably the easiest damage. I'd say the other one would be HK, which, I mean, yeah, HK is broken. I don't like playing him because it kind of just feels bad. So he's on, you know, just good in general. I don't know what this bar does. Oh, so it's reload. I mean, yeah, I mean, as you can probably see. Now, I do need to be careful because there is a shit ton of, you know, shit. So you do sort of have to, you know, be kind of sneaky with it. With the recoil, because there is a good bit of recoil. Once again, you know, it goes up quite a bit, so. So that's railgun pretty much. Got a explosion. This is really broken. So, yeah. If you got this going, good fucking luck getting much done. Because he's just going to rail you from the other side of the map. And watch this. I'll answer your question in a minute. Look at this. What the fuck's going on? Like, the one that even you're not good. I mean, I'm not good at a lot of the champions, but that's kind of just my playstyle. And because I got shit ping, right? Gotta preface. My shit ping really fucks with who I can play. In theory, Oru, I shouldn't even play Oru. I shouldn't play any ranged champion, because ranged is like... See, at least I can hit my shots when I'm playing a melee. So I should also play melee Isaac, but I don't, because I don't like melee. Who would I say that is the hardest? I would say it's also dependent on two things. Sorry, I just got a message. Sorry. I would say it's dependent on two things. But I'd say... Sorry, yeah. But yeah, I'd say it's two things. Is it hard because they're bad champion? Or is it hard because... Yeah, is it hard because they're a bad champion, and so you have to pull your weight a bit more? Or is it hard because they're a simply hard champion? I would say... sorry. I'm just trying to respond to something. In terms of bad to play, I would honestly say this is pretty accurate with, these two. Ezreal's alright, he just doesn't excel. He doesn't excel at really anything. Like, he's decent damage, and he can heal himself a bit, but he's just not really that good. And even with his healing, he's kind of like you sort of just have to play him safe. If you don't play him safe, you're fucked. Zandora, I would say, is pretty accurate at the moment. Like, Amy likes her, and I don't think she's necessarily bad, but she's probably one of the weaker ones, if I were to say there are weaker ones, as well as the fact that you can still be good with her, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she's great. So yeah. Yeah, and her buffs are good, and I think her buffs are... Like, without her buffs, she wouldn't be very good. Like, she's... in the sense of... She's kind of like a tanky support, but she has a lot going... She tries to be a lot of things, but she's not a lot, if that makes sense. So she's kind of like a damage, kind of like, the pink-haired one from Overwatch. Sort of like that, but also with like a support at the same time. But she's not a great support, and she's not a great tank. But if you like support and you like being tanky, she's probably the best bet for you. It's just she doesn't excel at either. So if you want to support, a Vidasi and a Sven will be your best healers without a doubt. Like, Uncle Sven, 100%. Vidasi, maybe, but she's just not great at the moment. And her kit's a bit weird. If you want to tank, I mean, you know, you could make a healing build with one of these guys. So she's not very good. You have an idea? But I'd say the hardest ones would probably be the Assassins, because they really do good. A special pass. I don't think there would be many smashes on my end, Chief. Especially on the fact that, like, the vast majority of characters are male. I don't swing that way. I don't think there would be a single smash for me. Sadly. I mean, maybe Beckett, but that would be the only one. I mean, because you got Beckett. Oh, no, Trip's kind of fine. Trip's kind of fine. I don't know if Mozu's a male or female, to be honest. Pretty androgynous, or whatever it's called. I'm sorry, but Orc's not for me. Granny, no thank you. Kid, no thank you. Zenobia scares me. I mean, Vidasi's alright, and that's it. So, unfortunately, they didn't give me many of a selection. It's a little fruity. That is not true. You're the fruity one, not me. But yeah, what would be the hardest? And I'd say the hardest, but has the best latent potential would be Wu. Without a doubt. So I'm just thinking, but I would say Wu without a doubt, and most people will agree. Wu is kind of bad, but a good Wu is domination. It's not good. They're hard. Anyway, back to my tier list. I still have on my side that I'm reading. Roland isn't good. The only reason he's good is because he's bugged at the moment. Something to do with, if you hit all your projectiles with Roland, it does something ridiculous, and he can, like, one-shot enemy creatures. So there's something wrong with him at the moment that makes him bugged. Once they fix that, he's gonna be, like, B tier. Zenobia is really good. So she debuffs enemies like a crazy amount, a heap of CC and shit. She deals a decent amount of damage, not a crazy amount, but decent. She also heals as well. So, what more can you ask? What kind of debuff is it, like slash yes your babe? Yeah. When the game's working anyway. I mean, it depends on your build, but whatever this default one is, we'll see. I'm not too sure what each of these are, but let's spawn one of these. I'm guessing this thing can attack. Yeah, so she doesn't have that much, but she can heal pretty decent. So you can see this is just my base attack. Not doing too much damage, but once again, I'm healing a lot, so good survivability. I can do that, which I don't know what it does. I hate a slow debuff. Oh, there's a lot of slow debuffs. There's this, which pushes and weakens, which makes you do more damage. And interrupts them, so if they're doing like an ult or something, really good. You got E as well, which is just major slow and poison. Like, they're not moving during that. And then you got your F, which I'm not too sure. Oh, yeah, puts people to sleep as well. So, she is, at the moment, one of the best in the game. Oh, yeah, that cracks armor and major slow as well. So she's got 2 major slows and cracks armor, which means more damage out. This guy's incredibly powerful, by the way. So, the reason it's not killing fast is not because she isn't doing much damage. She was doing insane damage numbers. Like, this is against the normal guy, which is already quite a bit of damage. But mixed with your other abilities. Like, look at that. This is a tank. Like, and these are on pretty short cooldowns as well. So she's not a damage dealer, but I just fucked that one. But yeah, she, as you can see, can just kind of strip armor a shit ton. And there's like a massive AoE as well. So she is one of the best in the game, and I can 100% see why. And I would say she is a bit broken at the moment. Not too broken. She's killable, but with massive debuff, massive healing, and can be like, she's just really survivable. She's hard to beat. And 1v1 against her is pretty much going to be a loss with most characters, because she's just going to slow you and then debuff you, and you're pretty much sitting duck. But I don't know if I'd necessarily call her broken. I think she could definitely be tuned down, though. She's hot, though. She's a bit scary. We have Beckett. I showed Beckett. I'd say A rank for Beckett is accurate. Mozu is definitely high. Definitely high damage. Very low health pool. Everything outside of very low health pool, I'd say she's like almost an assassin, because she just deals damage. So we've got this, which slows enemies. So while they're trying to run away, good luck. That also deals damage, which is really annoying. So we'll test it on this guy once it loads up. So we got this, which is slows them by that's about half almost. Doesn't deal too much damage, but I mean, it's alright. You got a Q, which pulls people towards the center. I mean, it's alright. The game have various maps. Yeah, there's heaps. I wouldn't say there's necessarily best or worst map. I'd say there's definitely champion specific maps, but I don't think there's necessarily a best or worst. But look at this. So we've also got a teleport ability, which is really good, which gives you damage boost. And here's where your damage just ramps up. Like, we can just deal a heap of damage. So it's really slow, but once it's like your damage is fully ramped up, this is some of the most damage you're going to be dealing with a character. Really insane. Just very susceptible to damage, but I mean, you know, you can suck people, you can slow them when they're running away, heaps of damage. And I mean, you know, that's heap. So, she's really good. I'd say A is pretty accurate. I would say health-wise is kind of the only thing. I've shown HK, I'd say A is pretty accurate because he is a bit of a sitting duck. But otherwise, he's really high damage. Margrave is, I would say, on the verge of... S. He is the second best tank, and I would personally choose him over Rutger, but that's a personal opinion. Best for crowd control, probably the Zenobia, that debuff lady that I was telling you about. So he's got this, which damages opponents, and is also a shield. It stops projectiles. He does a heap of damage. Okay, so watch this. Pushes enemies. Now, bear in mind, pushing enemies is kind of like the best at the moment, because while somebody's trying to capture a point, if you push them, it stops them from capturing a point. So that's not much damage, but a little bit of speed and stuff. I can use this from quite the distance as well. So look at this. You can just jump in, rush in, and deal a heap of damage. That, once again, stunned. That will stop people from capping. Here's where the real damage comes from. Wait, and your Q just does a heap of damage. So, he's the highest damaging tank at the moment. You could almost say this guy, Lord Gnosis, is the best damage tank, because he's more of a brawler. But that's kind of a matter of opinion, really. But as you can see, this also does AoE damage as well. So anybody, if there's a lot of people combined, like, you know, somebody's trying to capture your point, good luck stopping him. He is very powerful. He's a real bitch to verse. One of my least favorite. I'd say outside of Assassins, he's my least favorite to verse. Personal opinion. Next, we have Oru, my favorite. I don't expect anything much from Oru. Oru's pretty good, but he's not, like, broken, unlike some characters. Oru is just about synergy. As you can see, he does a decent amount of damage, but this isn't, like, anything crazy compared to other things I mentioned. You also got this is where you're going to see a bit of damage. Mixing that, we're going to see a lot more damage. So, the synergy. My E doesn't do much damage, it deals a little bit. But if I have this card, this burning, all good. Oh, it's Smiley Boy. Smiley Boy, sorry. But yeah, this is my Oru. We got a weekend. So mixing all of these, I'm just gonna quickly run these all together. So I got my Q. I'll show my Q, which pushes enemies away. Deals a little bit of damage. It's not great. That's just for stopping people from capping. But if I go, for example, attack, and do that, here's where the real damage comes from. And it's good. It's not the best, but that's where real damage comes from. He's very good single target damage. He's really good. But, otherwise, yeah, I mean, I can kind of get through him I can get through tanks pretty quickly with this. It's quite the powerful, thing. There's a little bit of home onto his things as well. Also, they apply burn, so you deal a bit of damage. It's quite annoying. So if I get people on the verge, chances are it's probably going to kill them. The issue is he's got really high cooldowns. I could probably... Yeah, I mean, we'll get him there. So he's pretty good at taking out weaker opponents. But he's not broken. Once again, that's why I say he's not broken. And that person that said he was broken is just kind of wrong. He's not that good. Oru is just good if you can combine. If you can combine his abilities and get those, you know, debuffs and shit going, he's just going to... He's really hard to verse. Without his debuffs, like, if you miss your E, that's like a 15-second cooldown. Good luck. Because you've got no mobility, no nothing. He's just all into damage, and he's not even the best damage, so it's kind of like, eh. So Trip is the next. Trip is A. I would say Trip is S, personally. But Trip is kind of hard. So she deals a heap of damage, speed boost, and just deals a heap of damage. Really annoying. For some reason my F wasn't going. I'm not too sure what this is, actually. Enemy knows more about this. Oh, that's a heap of shit. So you get a speed boost when you hit opponents and a damage boost. That's really annoying. So you can kind of just be sneaky. What else do we have? Q, which is like a big one. This is glass cannon, really. And E, which makes you go invisible and stops enemies. I mean, yeah, this is just kind of really annoying. So yeah, Trip is kind of broken at the moment. I hate her. She's probably my least favorite to verse. As an Oru and Aisling main. Glass Cannon though, Oru's Glass Cannon, he's got no defense, he's got no mobility, he's got a decent bit of damage. He's fairly tanky though with 2,000 health. Once again, Mozu, probably, is the biggest Glass Cannon. High damage, only 1,500 HP. So if you fuck up your abilities, which are on fairly high cooldowns, fucked. Well, next we have HK, which I showed off, really good. Margrave, oh sorry, I've been through these all. Taito. Taito's good. He's just once again another guy. All assassins are glass cannons though. So this guy, he's a bit different. He can fucking jump really far. His damage isn't anything too crazy, but he's got a couple abilities. This makes you go super fast. Deflects enemies as well. You got E, which allows you to teleport, and bleeds, and dazes them. Then you can once again jump out. So he's really good. But I'd say he's probably the worst assassin. But that doesn't necessarily mean he's bad either. It just means that the others are really good. Really. I would say he's probably the best survivable one, really. Because you can just run, jump and shit. Next we have Wu. Wu is both probably a B rank and an S rank, dependent on the person. So I'd say A is pretty safe bet. Because he can fucking, you know, up kick, which is annoying. So, well, that bugged. Hold on. So this one's really annoying. But if you can hit these right, you get annoying. So that pushes enemies, which is really good. You can also, I believe this pulls enemies as well. And we got Q, which will allow me to go towards them. And he's just high mobility. He's not that high damage though. He's one of the weaker ones. Oops. But yeah. I'm not very good with him, is the thing. And he's really good, but you just have to be good at him. Peko is pretty accurate in a spot. He's really good. Peko's pretty survivable, but I would say Peko's probably the worst tank. No, Lord Gnosis I'd probably say is the worst tank. But Peko isn't the greatest. I want to like Peko, best character based on design and look. Let's see. But yeah. So it gives a bit of an armor boost. He just doesn't do much damage. And all his abilities are hard to hit. Says this. Freezes. Very good. Very good. Only if you can hit. You've got your Q, which makes you go. Peko's pretty cool like that. And then you got E, which slows. So he's very good at slowing and freezing enemies, which makes him stop. But he just doesn't deal that much damage in comparison. Like, Margrave, better survivability, better damage. And same with Rutger. In terms of design ability, once again, is kind of... I like Oru the most, but I'm not too sure. I think Voden looks sick. outside of that, I'm not too sure. Tiamat's pretty cool looking. Some skins look better than others, but otherwise, some of those are just a little bit goofy. It's kind of really up to opinion. Taito's pretty cool looking. Koji is pretty cool. Trip's kind of bland though. Some of them look cool, some of them are less cool. And the last one we have in this is Ramsey, which is kind of like, he's like a tank assassin damage. He's like the tankiest assassins. He's really annoying. So we've got this, which I believe, yes, that is like a dodge. He applies bleed. He's got his Q, which is similar to the Taito guy. So got this, which also deals poison on your next attack and cleanses you. And so he's got a little bit of range to his attacks, a little bit, when he flings it, but it's just better to be close. That stops all attacks pretty much. So he's pretty good, but a good guy of this will be really annoying. So he's got 2,100 HP, which is really good in the sense of, I think he's better than all these guys in terms of HP pulls. And he's in an assassin thing, so he doesn't deal as much burst as like these guys, but he's a bit more tanky, so he's a bit frontline DPS fighter, bit of a brawler. Now Wu is higher in almost all senses outside of utility, but Ramsey's just better. Then we have Lord Gnosis. Pretty sick. He's just not tanky. I wouldn't use him as a tank, and if he plays him as a tank, you're just gonna annoy me. But he's one of the easiest to play. So he's fairly melee close range. He does decent damage. Oopsies, I missed that. But you can like charge and push people, launch them. You've also got your E, which gives you a health boost. 3,000 HP as well, which is pretty good. That only lasts a little bit of time. Got this as well, which is decent, bit of that cripples, which is pretty good. That will make me a little bit tanky with the health burst. So you do have builds that can like completely change how these guys play, so don't take this, what I'm showing is necessarily exact. So he's high damage, but I wouldn't play him because he's a tank. So he's really good, but it's just a bit hard because without a normal tank, you're going to be a bit mounted. This guy's just heaps of damage. Is he a lore? There's a little bit, but I don't know any of it. I'm not too much of a lore guy though myself. This is a heap of damage. We've got right mouse, which damages and deflects attacks, pushes people. We've got your Q, which makes me jump, and I think deals damage if somebody was there. Then you got your E, which is, I mean, this is really annoying. And his ult is like really, really good, which I don't know if I can be bothered getting to his ult. But his ult just spawns a bunch of like pulls. I wish there was a way to just like speedrun his ult. I can't be bothered waiting for that, but his ult is kind of broken. It's really annoying. Not broken, it's just so annoying to verse. Voden, he's pretty good. So he's sort of more utility, but he's like, you can shoot from far range, and if you can hit, he's good. This doesn't deal too much damage. He can, this heals and makes you jump higher, which is pretty good. You've got Q, which gets an enemy to attack, makes you invisible until you do something, which is pretty good. Then you got your right mouse button, which poisons. He's not, the thing is, he's not a crazy damage dealer, but he's more supporty damage. But his distance is what's really annoying. He can shoot so far. We got Griselma. Griselma, I mean, she can be really powerful and really shit. I actually kind of mained her back in the public test, but I actually haven't played her in a match since. Just because she's kind of like average. So you can spawn these guys, your portal beasts, and they deal not that much damage, but if I can get somebody stuck in a prison of these, this is going to be incredibly annoying. Like, she is incredibly high damage, and they can go invisible until there's enemies nearby. I forgot what this does. My Q. Oh, it cracks armor and shit. Her running is kind of funny, yeah. And my E makes me heal while invincible, but yeah. It's just on such a high cooldown that it's not really that good. So yeah. She's incredibly high damaging. I don't know why she's in a support role, because she doesn't support, but regardless. She's really good, but you just have to play her right. If you can't play her right, she's useless. That's all I gotta say. Vidasi is borderline B. Once again, I'd say most of these are pretty accurate with their positionings. Vidasi I'd almost put in C. She's got pretty good healing, but it's just not much. You have to use your E, grant orbs, and these deal extra heals, like bigger heals, or they can make you deal extra damage, which burns and cracks armor. I don't really know. I think it's like a period of time. You got your Q, which heals you up, but not by much. So yeah, it's really just heal, damage, then you got this, which sacrifices your HP. Get. But that can also mean you deal a bit more damage, or a bit more healing, but you're like super weak. I think this needs to deal a heap less because HP, because it drops me by almost like 800, which is a shit ton. Lastly, we got Ezreal. I mean, he's alright. I talked about him a little bit. I would say Ezreal and Zandora being in C is accurate. So he gets these orbs which he can fire, and these will heal you. But I'm at full HP. So everything heals. He's alright, but he just... like, it's decent DPS and decent damage. But otherwise, like, he's got this, which, like, protects him, makes him tankier and heal a bit more, but... I mean, yeah. And then you got his A, which weakens. But the thing is, I would say for these two abilities, it's alright. Like, if you're missing your... his base attack doesn't do much damage. His main damage comes from hitting these. But these are really slow, so it's kind of easy to miss. Q reduces... it can damage, don't use this as a damage, that's useless. It reduces your damage taken, but it's on a 15-second cooldown. So that's his survivability. You've got his E, which weakens and immobilizes, but it's not that crazy, and it lasts a short amount of time and is on like an 18-second cooldown. The issue with him, he's on such high cooldowns that it's kind of just like... yeah, I mean, realistically, is he that good? No. Because everything's on such high cooldown, and he can do some good damage, but it's just not that good because he's on such a high cooldown. Last but not least, we have Zandora. She is... so once again, like, I'm just going to keep reiterating, none of these guys are necessarily bad, it's just some are better than others, really. Interesting to see this. It's all hand-painted textures. Anyway, so you can damage, you can go melee or range, which doesn't do too much. You got this, which is a damage boost for people nearby. You got your Q, which I don't know how your Q works. You got your E, which heals. So my Q is a speed boost on a really high cooldown. They added 2 new characters, and then there's a healer, which is just kind of average. The issue is, I think Zandora is good, but everything's on such a high cooldown, she isn't that great. Like, if your Q, your speed boost, was on like a 10-second cooldown, maybe? Like, maybe even 15, and you heal. It doesn't heal much, and its healing is very small. She is not a very good healer. So, the issue with her is she's good, but it's just everything's a bit disproportionate. She doesn't do much damage. She doesn't do much healing. Her buffs and debuffs aren't great. Like, they're better than nothing, but it's just there's such a high cooldown that, yeah, the only thing she really has going for her is her high health pool, but that's really it. And damage boost as well for enemies for players nearby. But yeah, she's good. Will there be more characters outside of the ones that were added? I don't know. I think it depends on how popular it is. I think they might, but probably not. There's more designs. There's a heap of designs, like characters that have already been concepted. Like, we're talking maybe 20 characters concepted. But, I don't think so in the sense of there's so many issues with the game at the moment that they need to fix those before they bother about adding new things. So, it's just a bit hard, as there's kind of more priorities. And if they add characters instead of fixing that, then people are going to get annoyed. I'm going to play like 1 or 2 matches, we'll see. And then I'm going to head off because it's getting kind of late. And I got some stuff I got to do tomorrow. Just going to quickly... No, I'll just play. I'll just play. I'm going to go to the bathroom, but I can't be bothered. So yeah. Would I say that this is fairly accurate? Have I encountered a cheater? Technically not. I don't think so. Also, because it's paid, it's not free to play, the chance of cheaters is going to be significantly lower. So users early anti-cheat, no, what was it? Easy anti-cheat. So it's already got an anti-cheat, but it's also paid. So you have to deal with easy anti-cheat and the low player base and the fact that it's just simply paid. So it's not really worth spending all that much money just if you got a cheat. So, have I versed a cheater? Technically, no. But there is a bug that if somebody leaves, they will spawn in an AI, and the AI is invincible and can attack both your team and the enemy's team. They just don't deal that much damage. So, it's a really bad bug. I don't think it happens every single time. Also, their health pool is invisible, also because they're invincible. So, they're invincible, they don't deal as much damage, but they are relentless. And even if they're on your team, they can still attack you. It's really bad. So, that's not them necessarily cheating, but it is kind of major. Am I waiting? Yeah, shit. Okay, that's taking a minute. Hold on, let me refresh this. Might relaunch the game. Sometimes a relaunch is good. It might not be bugging. Sometimes it's nice to relaunch just in case things are bugging. How do I escape to quit? So yeah, I think overall I really like this game, and I've got a good amount of hours in it. Like, let me run that. I've got 21 hours, so I'm enjoying it. I played a bit of the original game, not by much though. I think I played a match or 2 of the original game. I've played games based on the original game. So there's this one, Reven Blade. Bear in mind, the original game came out like 2017. So it was like... The issue was it came out a little bit after Overwatch and Paladins, which were like early 2017. I think this was like later 2017. And by the time that it was like really kind of getting to the point where it was like getting decent, fucking Fortnite was starting to become a thing. And so it was just like too late at that point. That's why it died. A mix of other things as well. Like, it was free to play originally, but because the issue with free to play is if you don't have people buying your skins and shit, you're not going to make any money. So here they made everything free, but now it's paid, which means everybody puts in, you know, $20 odd into it. So it's like buying a $20 worth of skins. But everybody's got it, where instead of relying on maybe like 1% will, but they might spend a decent bit of money and might buy every skin. I'm not able to get into a match. I'm just looking to see if anybody's mentioning. This pretty much sums it up. Depends on player skill, literally everybody. But ultimately, I do look at it like, yes, ultimately every champion does depend on that. But on the other side, so yes, everybody. Here's the thing: there are champions that are better than other champions, but just because, you know, Zenobia is technically one of the best characters right now, and it's fairly broken, doesn't mean you'll do good. Sven is undisputably, you know, by pretty much everybody, the best healer in the game, even better than Vidasi, which is pretty much only healing. But also, you run into the issue that you know, I can't play her because I can't play not her, Sven, because of my ping. He's unplayable. So there's a couple things, and ultimately it's a bit of a tricky one. So I think it's not worth us using a tier list because, I mean, the game is pretty balanced, but there are definitely, like, Tiamat is pretty broken, Rutger is pretty broken, Becca is pretty good, and Trip is pretty broken, and Isling's pretty broken at the moment. But it depends on your player. Like, I wouldn't be a good Becca, and I wouldn't be a good Trip. I could probably play Rutger, and I used to play a bit of HK. But it also depends on your opponents. Your opponents... Isling, you'll see most matches. It's interesting to see Uncle Sven. Voden will be annoying. Lord Gnosis and HK. I don't like versing HKs, because all they do is they sit in one spot and attack. Like, what the fuck do you do against that, right? This is a pretty cool map. I haven't played this map in a bit. Hello? Is the game bugged? I think the game's bugged. What the fuck? That was a weird one. Anyway. Let's get my guy in. So he gives a healing and armor boost. So he's pretty powerful. My goal is just to keep the team alive, really. But I'm pretty weak by myself, so I need to be careful. Shit. I'm gonna die. So here's the thing, if I run out of stamina and shit, I'm gonna be in the poo. So it's very much balancing shit. Slow him. Get that. I'm feeling a little bit weak right now. I do need to fall back a bit and heal. So realistically, Rutger should stay back and deal with that, but I need to be careful. Because I need to heal up my team, make sure that they're still alive. Alright, I'm going to head to D. We are currently dominating. So as long as they hold them off, I should be good. Should be fine. We have two guys coming. That guy really needs a heal. Unlucky, I was a little bit too late. And if we can get Auril on, then I don't even have to worry about my guys already dead. Well, that's unfortunate. We have a lot of guys, so I don't think I'm going to be able to keep them alive. My thing's on cooldown, unfortunately. So that lets him, you know, heal up and chill. Gonna recall him a bit because it'll be about time to bring him back. So I just want to make sure he's at full HP. Get that. Use my ult. Get on point. Actually, I didn't use my ult. Why is my ult not going, dude? I need to run, 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 I need to run. I'm dead. Unlucky. But that's not too bad because we got good damage. We got rid of over half his health. At the boss, that is. So I look at it like, yeah, maybe we died. We got over half his health and kept most of our guys alive. So all they had to do is kind of just sit with me and they'd be alive. Oi, oi, oi. These enemies are really annoyed. There we go. Can't get him. I'm fine because my guy's just gonna do his own thing. There we go. Just give them a bit of a menace. As long as I keep my guy commanded, I'm pretty fine. Yes, okay, stop that. I don't know if I did in the end, but we hope. The issue is you can't keep him in one place, so he's just going to keep rushing, but we hope that we're keeping people somewhat alive. My guy's dead, unfortunately, so there's not much I can do. So I gotta run. Luckily, we got the point again, and we were pretty close to losing it, but gonna pick up this thing. Get a bit of heals. Gonna keep my guy in just so he doesn't take any damage, and I can kind of go ham again. And that sometimes doesn't like working too well. I timed this badly, but we should be fine. Ah, we're good, we're good, we're good. Somehow got a kill. Easy. One. No sweat. Wasn't necessarily that their team was bad. It just wasn't. You just kind of got the worst end of the stick, really. Their team combination just probably wasn't as good. But they weren't playing bad. We're just a little bit better, and they were outstretching a lot. But they did have 2 healers, so I don't really know too much. We were just capping all the points, yeah. So I got... Yeah, I did pretty good. I mean, that's good damage. One of the top damages. I got second, almost best damage. I got 3rd damage. They didn't do very good, though. They were kind of throwing our team a little bit. And I got heaps of healing, the best healing of the match. So, 2 orbs as well. 3 kills, which is pretty good. 1 death, 4 assists. Whereas you look at the other team, like, this guy was good. They played pretty good. Not as good as me, but they played pretty good. This one was good, their HK. Pretty easy to do good with as well. But 2 deaths isn't great, but in comparison, that's pretty decent. 4 kills, 5 assists, 20k damage. I mean, yeah, this person didn't play good. They weren't healing at all, nor did they do the damage that made up for it. Like, this person was just significantly better, and he didn't play too good. It's just that, really. It's not necessarily them being bad. Let's see their stats. Yeah, so a lot of these guys are a little bit newer as well. So, this guy's good. That guy's pretty good. That guy's not. So, they got 3 newer people and some older people. That's high level. Oh, okay. Well, it seems like our guy's team is a bit high level. They're not very high level. Okay, so they kind of got the worst end of the stick in the matchmaking, really, there. Sadly, but it is what it is. I'm level, I think, 20 something. I'm 25. Yeah, so we had 1 low level, but yeah, they had a couple low levels, unfortunately. But what can you do? What can you do? Once again, though, low level doesn't necessarily mean anything. I've seen high level people that do bad, and I've seen low level people carry and be incredibly annoying to verse. Anywho, I'm going to end stream here, but thank you guys all for watching. Thanks Fazrol for being here as the usual, and thank you Amux for popping by and attempting to play with me at least. Just unfortunate. So I'm hoping that somebody can pick something up on that. But anywho, I'm going to really head off. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow, but we'll see. Depends on what I end up doing. But yeah, thank you guys, and we'll catch you maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you. See you. Doodles.